Hi guys, so welcome to another Sherlock Holmes part, and we're in Sherlock Holmes' apartment. I'm not gonna read these, so if you want, pause and this is long. Okay, that's it.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
It's like
You know,
ignoring
Watson, that wherever glory
conversation.
walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
How can he know?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs,
Oh.
which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
He's
Have you read
good.
that fact?
He's really good.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true.
Hey.
About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question
was
the integrity and
our-
honesty of Mr. Holmes.
Hey,
The
our other
necklace is a
thief.
forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
That wasn't fake.
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed.
Indeed.
They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. And the Marchioness?
She is beside
Oh,
herself.
Marshall.
Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised.
Oh.
It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
What a lovely marriage. Holmes, forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewellery?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector?
Be my guest.
Very well.
Very well. Very well. Let's see if this is.
What do you think, Holmes?
Wow, wait. No. Okay. These are really strange. Let us examine it. Okay. So, this one's not good.
This pearl is a different color.
Uh-huh. These are not the
These three
color.
pearls are of poor quality.
Wait. And this is small.
This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here.
This is
Too
fake.
many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar
That was
copy,
quick.
and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such
Well, I
a
know.
blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Jam.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now
Yeah.
it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Stop.
Goodbye, Inspector.
So she came.
You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
But
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
Sure.
All right, Holmes.
Sure. Okay, so now we're controlling Watson. Sherlock Holmes' desk is here.
I have found your map.
I have found your map. And we're going here. That is fast. They teleported. Why is he
The
running?
police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But
Come
come
in.
in.
What has happened, Reverend?
Reverend.
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible.
What happened?
I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
Holmes, look!
Ew!
Appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated.
I hope we
And
don't
killed.
get close to
He was
that.
such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at
It
him.
was
He's
horrible.
barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave. And not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will
True.
allow us to continue our
True.
investigation, then you shall
Yeah.
have the answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question! I don't even know you! I'm
Out
going
of
to call
the
the police,
question.
whether you like it or not.
It would be better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one. Therefore, we must not overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous
Yes.
set of notes.
Yes.
I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen, and indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
Okay. What should I do? The bishop didn't own anything of value, not even in his safe. Okay. Then, what should I do? Okay. I don't know. You control Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Ew, we're gonna get close to him. I don't like this. Let's see here first.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood.
Okay.
Closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson.
So here is it's closed.
This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
Okay. So he's hard
The
to
Bishop's
control.
bedroom. It is very austere. Nothing in particular here.
Nothing here.
The picture of Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor, an illustrious family.
Impossible. I need something.
This would do later.
Reverend, I'm missing something. An implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No, go to the devil.
What are you afraid of, Reverend? What is inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
Okay, he's strange. I don't trust him. No, I don't.
A
A
whip?
whip?
No. It is a discipline for self-flagellation.
No.
This metal rod is for fastening the chilies. It's a cilice designed to bruise the person wearing it. The bishop wore it as repentance.
Why? Why did
This
they
very
do that?
pious man must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh as a means of repentance.
This is not good. This is really bad. Come here. Oh, go there. He looks ugly.
A broken phial and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Phew. Chemical components, I think.
Okay, so I have something in here. Wait. There's nothing here. No. There.
This stove is filled to overflowing.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave him for last. I'm gonna continue examining the room, and I'm gonna leave him for last.
A broken bottle of whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety.
Ooh, look at his finger. This first.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
It would seem that the brutes who tortured the bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
There is blood on this paperweight.
This is really, really not good. I don't have nothing to. Oh wait. No. Wait.
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson. Footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of informants.
Yes, if you know how to make them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police.
Yeah. Okay.
Size 9. Size 9. Size 9.
All size 9?
Size 9.5. Size 9. Size 9.5. This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe.
There.
A fragment of stone. Peculiar.
Okay. How many criminals were there? 2?
That's not right. Start again.
I think 1.
That's not right. Start
What the-
again.
3.
Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks.
Oh. Question 2. What do the footprints reveal? One man joined the room, wearing different shoes. One man was carrying all men left jumping on one leg. No. This?
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
Oh, okay. There should be. Oh, yeah. Like that. So now we have these. One of the murderers left it in different shoes. Into the veranda. The veranda wasn't searched. The murderers were looking for something specific. The murderers got the wrong person who shifted the by surprise. I think I should do that. Yeah, that one. Chest. The murderers were unable to open the safe. Okay. Last, the broken flask has some blood on its top. The murderers made that. This one, I think, or this one. I don't know. Let's leave it like this for now. Let's see.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds. His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made
his
recently.
fingers.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers.
I have some stuff, more stuff to check. Let's go with his feet.
These burns are terrible.
This poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free his feet. A finger.
Ew,
Apparently, it doesn't
it up.
belong to the Bishop of Knightsridge.
How dreadful.
I'm gonna take that with us. Ew, this is good.
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You? But what does it matter, Holmes? My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
Okay, think I covered everything here. Yeah, I have the face left, but I have to stop here, and this is the second part. I will do the third part soon, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and see you next time.